fourth anniversary of the Russia-Ukraine war is just 2 months away. President Trump is working on that to avoid a somber February milestone.
Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy met at Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence to discuss a plan to end the bloody conflict. And NTD's Daniel Monahan reports on yesterday's talks that followed a 2-hour phone call between Trump and Russia's President Putin, which Trump framed as very positive.
The exterior of the president's Mar-a-Lago residence adorned with both U.S. and Ukrainian flags as the commander-in-chief welcomes President Zelenskyy. The pair say they are moving closer to ending a brutal war whose 4-year anniversary is fast approaching.
I would like to thank President Trump for a great meeting at this amazing place in his home in Mar-a-Lago. And we had a really great discussions on all the topics.
Trump expressed optimism that a peace agreement was in sight following the meeting.
We could be very close. There are 1 or 2 very thorny issues, very tough issues, but I think we're doing very well. We made a lot of progress today, but really we've made it over the last month. This is not a one-day process deal. This is very complicated stuff.
One such lingering issue is the heavily Russian-occupied Donbas area, which President Zelenskyy called Ukrainian land for many generations. Moscow has called for Ukraine to cede the whole territory, a demand that Ukraine has resisted.
This is a very difficult question. You know our position, so it's, we have to respect our law and our people. We respect the territory which we control.
Trump says Ukraine's position could worsen with time.
The land you're talking about, some of that land has been taken. Some of that land is maybe up for grabs, but it may be taken over the next period of a number of months. And are you better off making a deal now?
Russia controls about 90% of the Donbas, while Ukraine's forces cover the remaining 10% of the area. The president says the biggest drive to end the war from the U.S. side is the severe loss of life.
We want it ended. I want it ended because I don't want to see so many people dying. We're losing, massive numbers of people, the biggest by far since World War II.
And says he's willing to go speak to the Ukrainian parliament for the sake of peace if need be.
If it would help save 25,000 lives a month or whatever it may be, I would certainly be willing to do that.
Trump says nothing good will come if Putin and Zelenskyy can't walk that hard final mile.
They keep fighting, and they keep dying, and we don't want that to happen. He doesn't want it to happen. President Putin doesn't want it to happen either.
The original U.S. 28-point peace proposal has now been condensed to 20 points. It includes security guarantees for Ukraine, European Union membership, and international funding for reconstruction. The plan would recognize Crimea, Luhansk, and Donetsk as de facto Russian-controlled territories. Front lines in Kherson and Zaporizhia would be frozen at current positions. It also calls for Ukraine to amend its constitution to renounce NATO membership. Kyiv has recently proposed withdrawing its troops from the Donetsk region that it still partially controls. The plan includes establishing a free economic demilitarized zone contingent on Russia's withdrawal from an equivalent area. Russia has so far rejected this proposal. Daniel Monahan, NTD News.